Below is the graph of the function y equals sine theta. This is 0, 0. And when we go to the right 90 degrees, the y value is 1. This is 1. And as you can see, this graph keeps on going up and down. It oscillates. And the range is between y is between 1 and -1. So -1 is the low point, it's here, whereas the high point is +1. Do not mix up the side to side versus the up and down movement. The domain is all real numbers. It opens forever. So we could say that x or theta is less than infinity, greater than -infinity, or you could just say all real numbers. X belongs to real numbers. All real numbers. We can be talking about x or theta, the angle. Okay, let's solve this special triangle. This is simply Pythagorean theorem. If you're given a nice equilateral triangle, we'll just say that this is 2, 2, 2, and you chop it in half. What's half of 2? This would be 1. So this is a very famous special triangle. This is 1, 2, and we'll call this h. The h you can solve using the Pythagorean theorem. We can say that c squared, or the hypotenuse squared, is equals to 1 squared plus h squared. I'm going to throw the 1 squared over. So h squared is equals to 2 squared, which is 4, minus 1, which is 3. Take the square root of both sides, we get h equals root 3. So from now on, it's nice to memorize this special triangle. This is the 1, 2, root 3 triangle. 1, 2, root 3. And it's good to memorize that this small angle is 30 degrees. It's true. As well as this angle here is 60, because 30 plus 60 plus 90 is 180. Now, even though we didn't just memorize it, you can kind of figure this out using grade 10 SOHCAHTOA math. So for example, suppose this is theta. Let's focus on SOHCAHTOA. We're dealing with the right angle triangle, adjacent over hypotenuse. So just for example, cosine theta is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. Use your calculator, hit the cosine inverse button, cosine inverse of a half, and you'll get the answer, which is 60 degrees. So this comes from SOHCAHTOA. So we're talking about solving the triangle. We're figuring out all three sides, which we did, as well as all three angles, which we know. This here is 60 degrees. And there's another special triangle. Now what if we have a triangle that has a side length of 1? This is isosceles. This is a right angle, 1, 1. Let's figure out the hypotenuse, c. From Pythagorean theorem, we know that c squared equals 1 squared plus 1 squared, which is 2. Take the square root of both sides, we have root 2. So from now on, please memorize 1, 1, root 2. This is a very special triangle, and we know that the sum of all three angles add up to 180, so you could probably guess that this is 45, because 45 plus 45 is 90, plus 90 is 180. This makes sense. So memorize this. If you memorize these two special angles, the special triangles, you should be able to figure out a lot of special ratios. Okay, so one more question here. Tan is sine over cos. So tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. This is our first basic trig identity. We need to memorize some of these facts, and it should make things a lot easier. So please memorize that the graph tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. Now it's your turn.